Alright, Belcher Vestige. So we're looking at pretty easy natural with a very wide opening right here, and a third base with destructible rocks that create an incredibly wide opening. So it's pretty easy to be aggressive on this map. The hill here is not the best for Reaper play, as you can't get up anywhere in the main base from anywhere except right by the ramp. So nothing out of our Zerg player yet, which it's always the Zerg that I like to keep the eye on. Two things you always watch for in the beginning of the game is, just what does the Zerg do up until 10 supply? Is he going for the early pool or whatever? And the other thing you watch out for is the Terran player sending an SCV out of his base really early, because that tells you that there's going to be some crazy proxy action. I don't know why I'm always just sliding off to the bottom of my screen like that. Sorry, yeah, we're just seeing a barracks and a gas, so that tells us that there's probably going to be a scouting Reaper. Like I said, this isn't the best map for Reaper aggression, only being able to get up by the ramp, so probably just going to see a scout. 15 hatch does go down, so we'll probably see gas pool or pool gas coming out right after that. He could go for the quick third, but I don't see that happening on Belcher Vestige. Barracks finishing up for JayPee down here. At 48 gas, so one more, we'll probably see the Reaper start to come out. Orbital command on its way. Pretty standard stuff so far. Reaper rallied to the other side of the map. Pool going down, finally, still no gas. So the theme lately seems to be a lot of gasless play out of Zerg, so I think we're going to be sticking with that here. Reaper's pretty good though when there's no speedlings on the map though, because they do outspeed speedling or slowlings off creep pretty easily. Interesting. Looks like there's going to be a fast expand out of the Terran player, just straight on the low ground. He feels comfortable in his map control with just a Reaper coming out. Pool just about wrapping up. Gives Sin a decent opportunity to be aggressive, depending on the follow-up, which is going to be a second Reaper. So no reactor out of the barracks, which is what I usually see. Skipping the natural, going straight for the main. Thing I don't like about 2 Reaper is that typically it gets shut down just by queens existing. Good save on that worker who instantly became an extractor, another one becoming a spine crawler on the map. He is going to start. No, another clutch save of the drone. There's no death here, only buildings. Yet another. Now he's just doing it for fun. Now he's just like letting him know that you're not going to get any drone kills. Queen now out at both bases, so 1 Reaper's not exactly going to be able to do any work. 3 Reapers can if they're microed well, but 1 or 2 of them's not going to do too much. Second Reaper just chilling out in the expansion, trying to keep it safe. Still no aggression out of Sin. No lings on the way, just building workers and buildings right now. Now that these spine crawlers are up with queens out, Reapers can't really do anything. All he can do is speed around the map and make sure that he has a degree of map control and can expand safely, which he is doing. Bunker going down at the expansion, orbital coming up, 3rd CC, so we're going to see some heavy macro play out of our Terran player, JayPee here in the bottom of the map. Still more drones out of Sin. No 3rd base just yet, as it's being scouted by this Reaper here. He's not going to let a drone plop down there, ideally. Spine crawlers moving into more aggressive positions. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a partial wall here with some evolution chambers quite soon. Well, there already is 1 evolution chamber, but a second one going up there to prevent any Hellion play. Overlord knows about the expansion down here. Supply depot wall starting to go up in front of the bunker. 3rd CC is finished, now becoming an orbital. No Hellions or mines yet coming out. Oh, Hellions coming out of the factory. He's going to try and continue the theme of holding map control for now. No speed on the way, but roaches. Currently Roach Warren on the way out, and quick lair. So we might see some 2-base roach aggression coming out here. Yep, two more evolution chambers. So he is doing the wall like I thought, but a little weird considering he already had an evolution chamber. Either he forgot about it or he's just going to upgrade crazy. He forgot about it, realized his mistake. wall wrapping up here. Pretty decent wall, because this bunker is actually going to be able to shoot. I'm pretty sure it'll be able to shoot the whole line if Zerglings were to run in. A bunch of Hellions and Reapers moving around in front of the base, realizing they're not going to get through into the natural without taking some serious damage from those Spines and Queens. But the third base is pretty vulnerable. Obviously, Reapers and Hellions don't kill a third very quickly, but they can be very annoying, and they can whittle it down if there's no Speedling follow-up. So they're going to go ahead and put on that pressure. Queens are just going to chill here in a party. Tons of energy on these Queens. They can get a couple transfuses. 2 out of that one out of that one right now, so these Queens ain't dying for anything. Third base is going to be just slowly whittled down in the meantime. Terran's 1-1 is just about to finish up for his bio. Stim's halfway done. Interesting to see the 1-1 so early before Stim, so he's probably going to roll right to 2-2 and get a 2-2 timing on. That's if he has an armory, which I didn't see if he put it down. It's pretty common for Terran to do a 2-2 timing, but with no armory on the field, that's going to get delayed. What's going on here? Just some more barracks being added on. Starport finishing up. That Starport's going to want to have a reactor, if that's going to come from the factory or if it's just going to make its own, we'll see. Third eventually does go down. Zerg player not wanting to pump out a bunch of slow links to try and deal with that, just going to wait for his roach ball. They're gonna push out. Interested to see how aggressive he wants to be with this small group of roaches. 2 more on the way, and roach speed, or tunneling claws actually, which I love seeing tunneling claws get made. Roach, Zerg players can have a lot of fun with that, do a lot of damage if they catch a Terran player off guard with no turrets up in their base. Falling back now, he's got a lot of mines up front, enough mines to actually do a damage to these roaches. So that's if the roaches don't just take a bunch of free supply depots up in front of the base. Third and fourth base going down for a Zerg player who feels confident that he has map control with these roaches out on the map. Terran has the watchtowers, but seems that both our players want that watchtower. A Marine just had a shit day at work. Bunch more roaches on the way now. 8 more in production with a group rally to the front. So we're definitely gonna see an attack at the Terran wall here. No siege tanks on the field. No siege tanks on the way. Reactor finally done on Starport, but no medevacs on the way out yet. Just bio mine really. 1 Marauder. He's gonna need more Marauders than that if he wants to hold off crazy roach pressure like we see coming. And here it is. He's gonna get a lot of free supply depots if he backs up, which he is going to do. He takes the opening. Now we see an engagement. Overseer going down to mines. It's a lot of mines to get Overseer. Roach is pushing in. I'd say this is definitely unfavorable right here. Moving on to all those mines and fighting against this bunker. He might be able to get some kills here, but it's going to be at the sacrifice of a lot of roaches. I really think it would have been better if he just held back and took all the free supply depots, and maybe even his barracks. But moving on to the mines really hurt him there. SCVs being able to keep this bunker up. They are being focused down by the roaches, which I think is the best call here. He's going to get a lot of kills. 17 workers killed there, so obviously not the worst situation for Sinistar. He was able to clear out 17 workers while securing a 4th and 3rd base, which not saturated yet, but I do expect him to do a swell of drones pretty soon now that these roaches are moving out to maintain map control for him. Scan goes down. Was that the 3rd? Oh, nope. Scanning the main, trying to see the tech. Zergling speed finishing up just now, and Baneling nest on the way. Creep going down onto the Terran 3rd, make sure he doesn't expand out there. He's got 4 CCs now, so losing SCVs is not the worst thing in the world. A bunch of mules being dropped into natural, but while our Terran isn't in the worst shape, building up money like crazy. 15,000 or 1,500 is not what you want to be sitting on. While he is building up money and he does have pretty good workers, the losing map control is killing him right now. He really has to do some damage to the Zerg player if he wants to stay in this game. I just heard a drop load up, so we might see a little bit of aggression. Yep, 2 medevacs full of Marines moving out. I don't think there's any mines there. Mines take up more slots. So yeah, just 16 Marines going straight over the watchtower. He does not give a crap. He just wants to attack. He just wants to do some damage, maybe make the Zerg player pull back. These roaches are moving up, but they're going to find out that they can't get past that wall. You can't bury under supply depots, which I always thought was kind of interesting. Drop moving into the main while the roaches take their free supply to go kill it. Interesting to see if they can accomplish anything up here. These Marines do have stim, but they don't have combat shield. I think they have +1. Yep, +1 attack, or +2 attack, +1 armor. So they're decently upgraded Marines. +2 armor, only halfway done. Oh, these Marines are totally wasting it, wasting their chance. They're gonna get a queen. It's gonna go try and focus down the Baneling units, and he's going to get that. Mutas are out now, but Mutas do not want to engage with this ball of Marines. They will go down so fast. Queen's now running in. They're getting tore up. Mutas move in, but immediately getting shot down. Huge hole of roaches coming in. They're going to be able to scare away with medevacs, but the Mutas are going to give chase, and once this boost runs out, that's a bad situation for the Marines. Good call, taking out that medevac and falling back by the roaches. Marines are going to try and focus down the 4th base, but with these roaches coming in, I don't think they're going to get it. Yeah, these roaches are just going to run up and finish them off. On the back foot of this, our Terran player has taken in a 3rd base, which is a planetary fortress. 3 Marines still running from the way, stimming themselves to oblivion, but they don't care. These roaches are going to get lost if he doesn't pull back this attack. A couple Hellbats in the composition. Muto pressure going onto the planetary fortress. It is going to go down. Don't think there's really any saving that right now. 3rd base is saturated for a Zerg player. Got a pretty good economy going on, just a couple drones at the 4th. The planetary fortress does go down. A bunch of Marines running in to pick off the Mutas, but they are just too late. The Mutas happily take their planetary fortress and get out of there. Terran player does have more orbital commands, so he can move that in position, but he only has 3 orbital commands right now compared to a 5 base Zerg, or a 4 base Zerg, sorry. So not in the best of shape. That planetary fortress out here was a great thing to have when you have a 3rd orbital in your main base. Terran never wants to make their 3rd CC a planetary fortress because it just hurts their economy too much. They definitely want to have 3 orbitals over the course of the game. Muta's moving out, going to try and do some more damage here. Looks like they're thinking about slinking to the main, but they're going to fly into the range of those mines. Set off the first one. Second one does not go off, which saves these Mutas a lot of trouble. Big stim, but these Mutas are just going to ignore it and go straight into the main. There is currently 3 turrets here, but not enough to deter this Muta flock. A couple Vikings come out, but they're going to go down. These Mutas are hurt, damaged, currently trapped, but they are going to be able to take out these turrets even with all the repairs. Maybe I spoke too soon. That turret's hanging strong. The Terran must be clicking the crap out of it. I did not expect that. Oh, and that Muta flock gonna fly right over that Terran army. No, and it goes back. Oh man, the Muta control, it's crazy. You can see the Zerg money going nuts because he's worried about babysitting these Mutas. Can't really blame him there though. He's gonna make another go for the turret, but realize that's not gonna work. He's gonna try and get out of there. Nope. He's gonna take the gas from the Terran. He's going to get another turret, but that one turret is just going to keep shooting, and SCVs just keep flocking on there and repairing it. While this is happening, what's the Terran doing? Nothing. He's just trying to keep those Mutas trapped in there. He's doing an okay job. Lots of mines moving into position. The Mutas are trying to focus them down. They do get away from the mines before they go off, but there are just turrets everywhere picking away at the Muta flock. On the back end of this, though, the Zerg does have a lot of money. He's got larvae on the ground. He can make tons of Zergling. His 4th base is mining gas. Terran 3rd now is up, but not yet mining gas. Just 20 SCVs on minerals. It is a pretty good situation. Excuse me, a 4th command center down for Terran, but not in any position to mine. Still got this Overlord pooping creep here on the 4th base. Would be 3rd, but currently 4th base of the Terran. Muta flock has been reinforced. We had a decent sized ball of Mutas there. How many Mutas are we staring at? Where are Mutas? 24 Mutas. Alright, that is definitely what I would call critical mass. He could do some damage with that, but he still does not want to directly engage his Terran bio. That would not end well for him. The Mutas do not kill Marines fast enough. Knocking down these rocks would be a pretty good situation for Zerg, so it would give a much faster path for speedlings to do some harass. Terran army saying screw you and just running straight to this wall of spines, but lots of bling bling coming in here, and he's gonna get the surrounding Terran. Oh man, the Baneling hits. That Terran army is pretty much just a huge ball. It does melt to those banelings. However, most of the Zerglings are dead. This Terran army is still big enough to do some damage, and mutas still do not want to directly engage a clump of Marines like this. Marines, though, no combat shield still, and we're at 21 minutes in the game. Am I mistaken about this? I don't see combat shield in these Marines, and that 10 hit points is huge. I think he'd be in a lot better shape right now if he did have combat shield. I gotta see. I gotta click on a barracks here. Yeah. Still no combat shield, 21 minutes in the game. He's playing a Marine style, and that is really, really gimping his army. +2 attack. I think that's +1 attack finishing up for the Zerg. So his Zerglings aren't going to be too powerful, but still, just that lack of combat shield. Still not on its way. Building armor on the way out of the engineering bay before combat shield, so that's something. Still no planetary fortresses anywhere interesting on the map. So, kind of a weird choice in my opinion. Probably a misclick, if anything. Tiny Mutaflock now moving to the 4th, but or a 3rd of the Terran, but the Overseer is able to spot there are a couple mines there that the Zerg does not want to deal with. Another clump of Marines in front of the base. Enough Marines to scare off these mutas, probably. Yeah, they're not going to want to engage in there, but there still is should still be a nice flock of mutas somewhere on the map. How many mutas is he up to right now? Yeah, 22 mutas. So he's still got a good amount. Yeah, what was that? Ground carapace and air carapace. So he's playing very armor heavy right now. 36 lings on the way. And really feel like that's the way to go. He's just worried about Marines right now. And again, Marines without combat shield is what he's dealing with. I really feel like that's the crux of the game right now. It's just missing combat shield hurts Marines so much. Pretty much the rest of this game, I'm just going to be talking about combat shield and why he needs it and how not having it really sucks. That 10 hit points per Marine is easily enough to lose a 1 game against Zerg. Mutas are going to fly in, they're going to try and snipe off this orbital really fast, but there's no way they'll be able to do the damage for this group of Marines comes up. 5th base being secured by Zerg on the right side of the map, just north of the Terran 3rd. Still no 4th out of our Terran player. A bunch of banelings and speedlings running into some Marines down here. And while he does get some good connections at the beginning of the fight, it's not enough, and these Marines are just going to surge forward. A few burrowed roaches at the watchtower are going to spot this. Zerg just deciding to trade and flying right over those mines. Oh, huge mine hits are going to devastate the Zerg flock, but not enough to actually get the kills it needs. Terran, meanwhile, is going to trade base for base, which I don't think is a good trade from JP's perspective. JP is down a base. He doesn't need to trade. He needs to hold on to his 3rd. Still hasn't even given any thought to his 4th base. I don't even know if he knows there's creep down there yet. Bunch of Ling Bling again moving into Terran force. And just the Ling Bling force is so huge. It's just going to destroy this Terran army. Mutaflock comes in from behind to easily clean that up. We now have Terran effectively on half of a mining base. His army being cleaned up in the middle of the map. Widow mines going down to Zerglings because of Overseers in the army. All the Widow mines but one have fired. Now that one has fired, and this Mutaflock is going to be enough to... No, I was wrong. It's still too many Marines out here. Marines good unit. Better unit with combat shield, if I do say so. But I really feel like the Zerg is in pretty good position. Still no one mining on this 4th, well now 4th, then 5th base there. 50 drones on the field. Not exactly as many as you want. Ling's coming out for a Zerg player right now. Is he low on larva or just money? Yeah, it's money. It's hurting him right now. He's completely mined out. He's on 1 base. Terran is getting ready to secure his 3rd. So we're kind of on like a 1 base versus 1 base situation right here. JP, pretty decent engagement here. He's going to be able to chase off the Mutaflock. Finally, we get a bunch of drones now at the 4th base of our Zerg player. 5th base still hasn't been retaken, and these spine crawlers are just bleeding out, being off creep. No medevac energy to heal up these Marines here, so they're just going to get weaker and weaker as the game goes on. There's only 1 medevac in production. So lack of medevacs is really going to hurt. Oh, and lack of combat shield. I don't know if I've said that yet. Combat shield's important. Hold on, I'm going to click it for him. Come on, get combat shield. Terran 4th base is going to be denied by Mutalisks. 3rd base has finally landed, and the SCVs are finally going to be able to start mining from it. Marines running in to save this command center, but is it going to be repaired in time? I do believe it is. Yeah, these SCVs are going to be able to repair the command center. No, turn around. You need to go back now. Why are you still going backwards? Mutalisks saving themselves from that Marine engagement. 5th base again being taken by the Zerg player. Some more Mutalisks out on the way. Really deciding to just go with these medevacs. Usually by now I'd expect to see some Ultralisks out, but losing the 5th base and taking so long to get his 4th base populated really hurt his economy and put a stutter in it there. He really seemed like he was further ahead than he is now a little while ago, but that trade I still feel worked out for Zerg. I don't think he's totally aware that that 3rd base is up and running for Terran, but it is effectively 1 base versus 2 base right now, as the Zerg 3rd and 4th are currently mining. And 5th base on the way, so it's going to become a 3 base versus 1 mining base scenario very shortly. So huge economic advantage for a Zerg player. 4th base is being secured by Terran now, unless these Mutas have something to say about it, but I don't know if there's enough to deal with that clump of Marines right there. It's got a pretty good shot due to the lack of medevacs and the fact that those Marines are already hurt, so you might just want to go for it and deny this base at all costs. Medevacs now coming in. I think they do have enough energy to polish off those Marines, but oh, you do not want to take that engagement now, Sinistar. Get those Mutas out of there. Oh, it hurts to watch. Meanwhile, huge Zergling run by into the 3rd base of our Terran player, and it's going to be able to kill all those SCVs, and just going to focus down the command center, but that's going to be a huge blow. Meanwhile, the Terran gets the same idea, and he's going to push straight up into the Zerg Natural, which isn't mining. Even the gases are mined out with idle drones. Terran freaking out about his own base, not even watching his aggression. This wall, really, I don't think it's going to hold. There's just too much stuff here, even with that bunker. Terran now moving up into the Zerg Natural. He's going to get the hatchery there, no problem. But it is a total base raid going on right now. A bunch of Fatlings and a few Banelings just running along and chewing up everything. Terran now mining from his original 3rd base. Zerg, is that transfer? Nope, it's just Lings. So Zerg is still on 2 bases right now. His 4th base, or 3rd base, is about mined out. Lots of Marines going into the main now, and he's going to try and focus down the tech, get rid of that Baneling nest, get rid of the Roach Warren, get rid of the Spire if he knows what's good for him. Yeah, that's going down now. Zerg pressure on the front, just ramming up into the Terran main, trying to get as many kills as possible. All the mines present have already gone off, and he's camping in production of the Terran now, so as long as he stays there, he shouldn't have to worry about any more army coming out of him. Has the spawning pool been lost yet? Yeah, the spawning pool is dead, so we're not going to see any unit production out of our Zerg player, aside from the Infestors, which are currently being loaded. These the Infestors? Yeah. Those Infestors are going to have a bad day. Those Marines are not going to run out of ammo anytime soon, but the Terran has completely lost his main. He has no viable production right now, as all those are going down. Is there anything being produced at these, yeah, Infestors being produced at the 3rd base of the Zerg? Lots of buildings burning on fire. These mines are going to get a couple more shots, which is going to be nice for JayPee, but it's not going to be game-changing. A few Lings and maybe a Roach goes down. Big swell of Marines now moving into the Zerg's 3rd base. It's finally going to go down. Medevac's taking shots from his Spore Crawler. Is it going to get a kill? No, I don't think it is. A bunch of Spines and Swarms there, but not enough to win a fight. A bunch of Infestors now at the 4th base of the Zerg player. If he gets some army to back up those Infestors, I really feel like he can clean up this Marine force. Oh, actually, a couple good Fungals is going to decimate this Marine army. Infestors are burrowed. I don't think he knows they're there. But yeah, as long as his Marines remain clumped up, those Infestors are just going to win the day. I am anxiously anticipating these Fungals. There's no scan coming. Does he even have energy? He does have enough energy for a scan, so he could do some damage. Marines are just going to run by. Oh man, come on, Infestors. You have enough to Fungal. You have enough. Oh, shit. Why you no Fungal? You're burrowed. I just want to see how much energy it was. I just wanted to be sure they have enough. I'm pretty sure it's called 75 and they do have enough. Don't know why it's not happening. The 5th base for Zerg is totally active though. Nothing in gas, but lots of drones mining minerals. Was that 13 drones? Not quite saturated, but it is pretty good. And at the same time, he has taken the Terran's actually 4th base, which actually at this point in the game has a lot of minerals. So it's actually not a bad get for our Zerg player here. Terran making his crazy last stand at his 4th base, which honestly wouldn't be that bad in this scenario if it wasn't so close to being mined out. If this was the third base instead, I'd say his chances of coming back in this game are actually pretty good. But he only has 800 minerals. He's got tons of gas, but really nothing to spend it on. All he can make is Marines at this point. And just no money. There's only 3 patches being mined right now. Half the SCVs working here aren't even really working. They're just standing in air patches waiting for their chance. A bunch of mutas just kind of flocking outside the Terran base by all these Marines. Still no combat shield, of course. So these Marines effectively suck. They are 3-3, but yeah. Combat shield's a good unit. A bunch of Windfesters just waiting for their chance. Man, I really would have liked to have seen those fungals earlier. That would have been beautiful, but unfortunately did not happen. One Zergling just being annoying there. Interested to see if he just Baneling busts this. That would be fun. But still no Baneling nest. It is currently backing its way up, but remember that in StarCraft you do keep your upgrades if the building goes down. So once that's back up, you will have fast Banelings ready to be aggressive. Terran really making his last stand here. He doesn't know what the Zerg's doing. He's got no map vision. So as far as he knows, Zerg has taken every single possible expansion on the map. Not the case. Oh, these Zerglings are all going to go down before they can be made into Banelings. Oh, these mutas, they're on hold position, aren't they? Oh, that's going to hurt so much. One muta does instantly go down, but he does force a stim from the entire army, which he does not have the medevac energy to get that health back right now. It's going to take a while before all those combat shieldless Marines are healed up. Alright, so our Zerg player currently rocking a spawning pool and a Baneling nest, which is pretty standard fare for 37 minutes into a game. SCVs being picked off by the Mutaflock. Oh, 2 of those medevacs going down. There's only 1 medevac alive at this point in the game. Still nothing fun out of these infestors. Please, the fungals. Oh, the fungals are good. The fungals are good. Is there going to be a scan? Does he have it? No, he does not have the energy for a scan. He has 10 away, but the fungals are awesome. And mutas are going to come in, try and clean out some of that. Bunch of links running in. They're going to do a little damage, but another awesome fungal, but nothing to back it up. He's just going to get a few kills, but not the critical numbers he wanted. Marines get kind of spread out, which gives the Mutalists a good chance to come in and start picking them all. And that is the last of the Marines. And HH, it has been a great game. JayPee, it's tapping out. Our winner, Sinistar. The stretched out, scared, techless